Well, good evening, everybody. I know some of you probably think this is probably the craziest time I've ever come on, and you are likely very, very right. But you all know that I'm in the midst of this 30-day challenge, and I was determined to make sure that I meet every day of this challenge. I know it is extremely late, and some of you likely won't see this until in the morning or sometime tomorrow. But I'm holding fast to my promise and the challenge that was um, extended to me or put to me. That's the best way I can say it. Yeah, I'm a little tired. It's been a long day today. Um, and thank you, Deacon Will, for joining me tonight. Toya, you still up? Hey, y'all hanging in there with me. Man, I love y'all. I love y'all. Y'all are all right with me. One of the reasons why I'm up so late, it's been a long day. I've been doing some family things today. All day I've been doing whatever I can to show some love and support to my family. Good evening, Jackie. Thank you for joining us. Some rest of you are starting to pop in. Man, y'all's popping in here fast. I wasn't expecting so many to pop in so fast tonight. Denise, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know it's late. Some of you are probably trying to get ready for Sunday morning. There's my girl. There's my girl, my ride or die. She's been with me all day. We've been doing some things. Antoine, I think that's the way that name is said. I'm just going to say it like that. 88, you know who you are. Hello. Thanks for throwing up that hashtag Mocha Crew. I certainly appreciate you all. But like I've been saying, we've been on the grind. I've really been on the grind for the past 2 weeks, almost nonstop, and it's been for a good reason. Um, you all know I've been telling you about and posting things about our granddaughter graduating to on this past Thursday, and tonight there was a graduation reception held for her. But myself and Lady Ann, we weren't just involved in the celebration part of it, but we were heavily involved in the planning. Y'all know Lady Ann is an excellent decorator, and she and our daughter Tisha, they were responsible for the decorations, and so quite naturally, I got drafted in. And actually, I've been in the process of building a very elaborate display for the decorations. Well, some of you might not think it's all that elaborate, but with the time that I've spent building the display for tonight's reception, it's had me going from sunup to sundown for almost the past 2 weeks, and it was a labor of love. Doing it for a wonderful, wonderful young lady and our granddaughter, and I hope y'all don't take that as uh, me boasting too much about my granddaughter, about our granddaughter. Erica, thank you for joining us tonight. I know it's late. Thank you for popping in on us. But, I simply wanted to come on here tonight, and I'm going to be very, very brief. I simply wanted to come on here tonight and encourage you to never be hesitant about showing love and appreciation for those you love. And, I love showing love and appreciation toward people that mean a great deal to me. I was saying that I've been running all day, started the day off this morning. I only had a brief little time to sit down and catch a breath, but we funeralized for a cousin of ours today, and so I wanted to be there with the family. I could have made the excuse that I'm quite busy with all these other responsibilities that I had to to take care of today with regards to the reception and all of that. I could have very easily made the excuse and not been there for the family who lost their brother, our cousin. But I wanted to be in attendance just to show that family, show our family that I do love them, and that I wanted them to know that I was praying for them. And from the response that I received, they seem to be blessed just from me showing up. And then Also, another thing happened while I was there. They impromptu threw me on program and asked me to sing. And to be honest with you all, I rarely sing, especially just off the cuff with no music and all of that. But since it was my family, and they very rarely ask me to do things, and sometimes we tell people that we love them, that we appreciate them, and that if there's anything that we can do for them, then we're so willing to do it. But then when the moment comes, we kind of recoil and welch on what we say we are so willing to do. But I didn't want to be that person tonight. Pastor Terry, God bless you, man. Don't you do me that way. Bradshaw, you ain't right for that. You're gonna have to give me a rain check on that, my friend, my brother, Pastor Terry Bradshaw, dear friend of ours. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. I love the levity, and I sure can use it tonight because, like I said, I've been running since early this morning, and went from that and came home, and I tried to sit down for a minute, but the minute I got sat down good, the Lady Ann said, hey, it's time to get rolling. We got to get to where we've got to get to. So we had a lot of setup to do and all of that kind of stuff. But my point is, I didn't allow my physical fatigue. I didn't allow my schedule to get in the way of, being a blessing to the people that I love so dearly. And everybody knows, most people know, and I'm a papa who is not ashamed to admit. Some people say all the time, boy, that Taylor got you wrapped around her finger. Well, let me put it to you like this. She can pick whichever one she wants to, and Pawpaw will accommodate her in whatever way. Once again, when you have someone, a young person, a child, a grandchild that has shown themselves to be nothing but responsible, obedient, and all of that stuff. Now, again, um, I'm not trying to act as though that Taylor is 100% perfect, because she may not be to you all, but she is perfect for me. She's perfect for Nana, my wife, and we just thank God for it. So we were there tonight. We're just now getting back to the house, just now getting home. And I said to Lady Ann, I'm going to run down here and I'm going to keep to my word. I'm going to fulfill this challenge. And all I want to do tonight is encourage you that when you have the opportunity and the occasion to show love and appreciation for people that are close to you, people that are near you, people that you love and they love you. Take the opportunity to do so. Lady Ann, I'm going to throw this up on the screen. Y'all see what she said? She's responding to my comments about Taylor. Yes, indeed. Taylor's our heart. She is. And we thank God. We really thank God for giving us such a precious gift. Yes. And listen, let me tell you something. Lady Ann and myself, we know that we're not the only grandparents that have precious gifts. We're not the only parents that have precious gifts. There are a lot of parents and grandparents, and some of you may be on here right now tonight that you have precious gifts from God. Love them, appreciate them, encourage them. Let them know that you are there for them and you'll be with them in every way that you can. Um, you see, here's what I truly believe is, and that is when you show your loved ones that you love them, especially young people, if you show them that you love them constantly and consistently, then they're more prone or more likely to listen to you when you need to even now correct them. Because there always comes a time where you may have to give sage advice. You may have to give wisdom to these young people with regards to decisions that they may be contemplating that could be life altering decisions. If you love them before they get to that point, then they're more likely to listen to you when you're trying to share with them the wisdom that you've gained over the years. But, again, with that being said, message tonight is simply this: show love to whomever you can show that love to. Appreciate those while you have the opportunity to appreciate them. Tell them every now and then how much you love them. I mean, verbalize it. I know sometimes we recoil and we get kind of shy with regards to telling people that we really love them and appreciate them, because for some people that sounds mushy or whatever. Some people would say, I'm not that type of person. I don't need all of that, and that's just not me. Well, sometimes it's not a matter of need, but just a matter of being kind and compassionate, and just letting some people know instead of making them just assume or leaving them to assume. Let people know how you really, really feel about them. Not when you get angry, because sometimes that's the only time we want to tell people how we really feel about them. But I think it's so important that we tell them um, uh, when everything is well, when everything is wonderful. Be sure to tell them. And, if things get a little shaky or a little bit rocky, you still need to tell them and reaffirm them and reassure them. One of the things that Lady Ann and myself, we do all the time, we tell our children and we tell our grandchildren and those close around us that we love them all the time. I only try to speak life into the people around me that make an impact upon my life, that I care for very, very, very dearly and deeply. I try to make it my business to say something good, positive, or encouraging, um, because you never know whose spirit you're lifting. You never know how you're just being encouraged, being of an encouragement to someone else when they most need it, and even now when they least expect it. So I don't know if our granddaughter, is going to get tired of hearing us tell her how proud we are of her and how much we love her. Let me throw this one other thing in as well. Thank you, Erica. Actions do speak much louder than words. That's absolutely true, and those actions go a long, long, long way. Let me say this before I end this session tonight, because I know there's a lot of us got to get off here and prepare ourselves for worship in the morning. But going back to my granddaughter again, and I really hope you all don't get tired of me talking about. I got to get in the habit of saying more so our granddaughter, because I don't ever want y'all to think that me and Lady Ann don't share equally in this love and admiration for our granddaughter. If you ever hear me just say my granddaughter, it's just a slip of the tongue, because I'm always thinking in terms of myself and Lady Ann. But while I was at the funeral today, Taylor actually had a vocal music recital, and Lady Ann happened to record her performance. And when I reviewed the recording, oh my gosh, I was totally blown away. I was blown absolutely away. And I had to stop and tell her right then and there how amazing that she is and how that performance was just incredible, you know. And again, y'all, I'm not bragging on our granddaughter, but I am bragging on our granddaughter. But I'm doing so just to give you an example of what you should do in terms of the people around you. I think it's just a good thing when we could just appreciate one another and say those things that most people aren't always necessarily willing to say. Some of you might be saying, well, that's going to give her the big head. No, no, she's a mature young lady. She's very level headed, and um, you got to know who you're speaking about. You got to know who you're speaking into. So, you know, don't let that be a hindrance. Don't let that kind of thinking stop you. Thank you, Toya. Toya says it's okay to be proud. Yes, it is with the right kind of pride. My pride is not of a pride of arrogance, but it is a pride, if this makes sense, a pride of humility, because I'm just humbled by the fact that God graced Lady Ann and myself with such a wonderful, again, wonderful gift. And she's not our only wonderful gift. We have seven more that we love and we appreciate and we encourage and we boast on like this as well. But this is her time. This is her moment. This is her season. And so while we're in this season, we're just going to continue to pour it on. I'm simply encouraging you to do the same thing with your loved ones. Pour it on. It's okay. It's okay. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It's not for them. It's for the one uh, whom you are appreciating. So don't forget to appreciate the ones whom you love. Well, real quickly before I sign off tonight, I just want to remind those of you that are part of Canaan Worship Center. Again, I know this is not a Canaan Worship Center platform. Uh, oh, Vera, that's good. I'm proud of my granddaughter. She's going to school to be a doctor. Wow, that's amazing. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. Um, those of you that are part of Canaan Worship Center, listen, I need you to be in the house in the morning, 9 a.m. Our young people are going to be in charge. It's Young Nation Youth Weekend. And we want to show them all the love and support that we possibly can. They're going to be leading us in worship. We have an awesome young man that's going to be bringing the word of God for us on tomorrow morning in the person of Minister Tyler Nash. He's a youth minister of the Worship Center of Kansas City, where my younger brother, my baby brother, Pastor Eric Cobbins, is a senior pastor. Thank you, dear. Yeah. Thank you for confirming what I just said as well about Sister Vera and her pride, being proud of her granddaughter. That's a wonderful thing. Um, Minister Nash is going to be with us. He has an incredible ministry, and I know he's going to minister well, not just to our young people, but I'm looking to receive something myself. Again, the focus is going to be on the young people, but let's be in the house. Invite somebody if you haven't done so already. If you have to go by and pick them up in the morning, invite them to be in worship with us. I know they're going to be tremendously blessed. Well, with that being said, I'm going to cut it loose at this point. And again, I look forward to being with you on tomorrow night as we continue with our 30-day challenge. We're going to meet this challenge. We're going to fulfill this challenge. And I see many of you are committed to being with us every step of the way. Well, with that, we're going to say, as we always do, God bless you. And